The 1920s was a time period of fads, fashion, and fun. Spirits were soaring, people were consuming, politics were good, and the economy was booming. However, underneath the prosperity lied lawlessness, intolerance, overspending, and potential doom. In 1929, everything bad underneath rose to the surface and exploded. The market dropped and we suffered the largest economic crisis in history. What was to follow would change our country forever. American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt responded to the crash and Great Depression with a series of New Deal programs. The New Deal's focus was to provide relief, recovery, and reform to the American people, but the market slump proved to have a long-lasting effect. In 1933, FDR's inaugural address listed off the problems America faced, but he vowed to bring life back to the way it was. He provided programs to help recover all aspects of life for the people, such as banking reforms, monetary reforms, the fiscal policy, public relief, farm and rural programs, housing reforms, just to name a few. Although relief, recovery, and reform during the Great Depression took longer than the majority of the people could handle, the programs did provide some support. For example, Keith Huffert states, "I was one of the many jobless, disillusioned young men who trooped wearily and despondently into a CCC reconditioning camp, not knowing and not particularly caring about the future. I still have not attained my goals, but I am making my own way, and that is sufficient for the present." The government during the Great Depression had to make many changes. It expanded government focus from American and international politics to social and economic affairs. The people were suffering, and prior to the Great Depression, the government didn't have to do much, and now they did. The people were jobless and looking to the government for help. Unemployment rates were through the roof, and so many people were homeless. Government programs like the CCC didn't solve the problem, but provided some support. However, many did not feel the same way, especially at the government level. Senator Robert Wagner stated, "Everyone is sympathetic to the cause of creating more jobs and better wages for labor, but a program continually promoting labor troubles, higher wages, shorter hours, and less profits for business would seem to me to be leading us fast to a condition where the government must more and more expand its relief activities and will lead in the end to disaster to all classes." Cases such as Schechter versus United States ruled the federal government needed to be more hands-off. Forcing hourly wages on small businesses who were suffering was doing more damage than help. All in all, the Great Depression proved to be a devastating time period for America. People suffered greatly, losing everything. However, the role of the federal government, FDR, and the New Deal provided great support for those who were in despair, homeless, and jobless. Many of the programs installed in the 1930s are still here today, supporting the social aspect of America. As fast as the Great Depression began, it quickly took a side seat to World War II, and America was tragically lifted back out of the Depression.